Hi, I'm Dr. Joseph Riggio. I just want to make a short video for you today about the upcoming summer training I'll be doing with Acuity World in Denmark. It's going to be a residential training at a private retreat center that we've hired, and we're going to keep it relatively small so we can keep it intimate and intensive. So we're not looking for 100 people or 200 people. We're looking for a dozen or 2 dozen or so people to come and really focus on a very particular idea. And that is how to become truly exquisite at the idea of coaching and consulting, which we see really as like a kind of combination of those two things as they interact to create change in people, either as individuals or in organizations. And what we're going to do is we're going to divide the week that we'll spend together, 6 days, into two 3-day tracks. The first 3-day track is really called EPC coaching, or exquisite performance coaching. And what we're looking for in that particular training is to take you through the process of the simplest way to identify the change that needs to happen for somebody to truly have a transformational experience that allows them to perform at a level which is much higher than they possibly could have before they interacted with you. Now we're going to walk through this as a series of exercises. It's not going to be lecture, it's not going to be front of the room, take a lot of notes and find a lot of information. Although there will be some of that, the majority of the training will be focused on how you can specifically interact with people and a lot of experiential work in doing that with people, so that by the time you leave at the end of those 3 days, you'll know exactly how to engage someone in a coaching experience, walk them through it from A to B, where the A position is where they've begun from, where they're kind of stuck, because that's how coaching always works. Coaching is always a function of somebody coming in and saying, fundamentally, there's either something that's present for me that's not the way that I want it, and I want it to be different, or there's something that's present for me that's not yet the way I want it fully. So it's already working, but I want more of it. I want it more intense. I want it to be more frequent. And those two ideas, either that it's something they want to change, that they don't want to be present for them as it is, or something that they want to change because the way it is actually working for them, and they just want more of it or to intensify it, are the two reasons that people seek out coaching. What we're going to do is going to work in that confine of those two ideas and show you how to address both of them, how to interact with people, how to engage them, how to build rapport, and then how to take them from that A position to a B position, which is either the elimination of the thing that's present that they no longer want, or the amplification, the intensification of the thing that they already have and want more of. And we're going to make sure, again, by the time you leave at the end of these 3 days, you really have that process embedded in you as an experiential experience, not something that you have as an intellectual experience. And then we're going to move on to the second 3 days. And the second 3 days are all about a consulting model that I built based upon some very basic ideas of how you bring groups of people together and create teams from them. And this is a fundamental idea in how you have to work with organizations or even small groups of people who want to have a more effective way of interacting in the world. Because in most cases, groups have people have multiple ideas and they're pulling in different directions, often pulling apart from one another and separating themselves from the outcome position. What we want to do instead is we want to take that group and we want to make a singular position that they move along together, which gets them right to their outcome. Now, this is an important thing to be able to do. If you're a consultant, you want to work with an organization to build high-level team performance. And one of the things I've done a lot of is this high-level, high-effective team performance work. And I understand what it takes to change a group, which is diverse and separate, into a team which is coalesced into a singular idea, a singular moment of movement towards the end goal, towards the result that they want to achieve. And again, this is going to be very experiential. We're going to do this, and this training, this 3 days of the Exquisite Performance Consulting, is actually one of the things I like doing best because it's just so much darn fun, and you'll feel it in yourself, the change between being part of a group of people who have showed up to learn something, and coalescing into a singular unit which is all pulling in the same direction. And I have a very particular way that I'm going to do that with you, which of course in the process of doing it yourself, you'll learn how to do with others. So once again, at the end of those 3 days, you'll be able to take groups of people or disparate clumps of people who just got together ad hoc and pull them together and create teams of highly effective individuals who are all pulling in the same direction. Now, if you choose and you attend both of those sessions, the 3 days of the Exquisite Performance Coaching and the 3 days of Exquisite Performance Consulting, you'll be able to get the Neuro-Linguistic Programming Society, the Society of NLP, and achieve the certification as an NLP certified consultant. So we have the arrangement with Richard Bandler and the Society of NLP to offer that consulting certification for anyone who completes these 6 days with us. So we're really going to give you some skills, and as we build it over the 6 days, develop them in such a way that you'll be able to use the technique and the ideas, but more importantly, to have the attitude of success that it takes to successfully coach someone and to bring teams to a level of performance that they hadn't arrived at before. Once again, this is the summer training I'll be doing with Acuity World in Denmark. It's a residential training, and the fact that it's residential is so important to us because we'll have a chance to really bring a group together. Not only will you have the experience of the training, the learning that comes from the training, the certification if you choose to get it at the end of the training, but you'll have met a group of people that you'll be with in a very intense and intimate way, and you'll have built relationships, you'll have built friendships by the end of this residential training. And that's why I love doing these summer residential trainings. It's why I love doing intensive training. It's why I love having groups of people together for full days that we can really work on without anybody needing to rush off to get home or anything of that nature, and then spend time in the evenings together socializing. It changes everything about the quality of the information, the quality of the transfer of that information, the quality of you getting it for yourself, as I say, as an experiential learning process. So once again, please consider whether or not this is right for you. And if it is, reach out to us and we'll give you all the information you need to register for the training. Once again, I'm Dr. Joseph Riggio. This is all about the EPC coaching and consulting training this summer in Denmark with Acuity World, also leading up to, if you choose, the NLP, the Society of NLP certification in consulting. Thanks so much. Bye-bye now.